and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and this is another one of my favourite fight scenes where today I'm going to watch with you that incredible end battle from My Lucky Stars. Okay, jumping right into it here, and I have to say I have always loved this entrance of Jackie coming into the grand finale. The colours used, the framing, everything about it is just fan-friggin-tastic. Paul Chang-chung is the overall bad guy with Dick Wei and Michiko Nishiwaki by his side, and of course this guy with the eye patch, the great Lau Kar Wing, brother to the late Lau Kar Wing, and in my eyes just as friggin' talented and incredible. Of course he starred in many Sammo Hung movies over the years, like from the late 70s right through. They have worked together on countless projects as producer, director, fight choreographer, and then of course the same can be said for Dick Wei here. He has just popped up in so many. Of course prior to this, 2 years before, he was the pirate chief Sampo in Project A. Did an amazing job in that role. I'd love to have seen more of him as that actually. But of course he had a huge career in Shaw Brothers, went on to star in Prodigal Son, Carry On Pickpocket, Zoo Warriors, Winners and Sinners, The Champions, Isle vs. Bumbo, mostly with Sammo Hung and Yuen Biao. But as I say, got to really throw down with Jackie the first time in Project A. Now this fight for me is tremendous. The power between the two of them. And there's a move here, look at this, up and over. Now that, to me, if I can remember correctly, was replicated about a year later by Yuen Biao in Righting Wrongs. Nearly sure of it, but we do get to see Jackie doing it on here comes Sammo. I mean, who else can pull off a yellow tracksuit like this? He's just amazing. And again, the power used in these fight scenes is what always stood out to me as a kid. Of course, the Lucky Stars gang, the late Richard Ung, the gorgeous Sybil Hu there. We have Eric Chang, Charlie Chin, and the late Stanley Fung, who I put out an episode actually last week, Heroes of the East episode dedicated to him. Please go and check that out. But for me, this was the first introduction to these guys. Richard Ung, the original Choi Sing-chi in my eyes. Hilarious, just hilarious. In every film you see him in, you cannot help but roar with laughter. He's so funny. But yeah, I love him and I miss him so much. I have to admit, he is one of my highlights whenever he's in any Hong Kong movie. Just fantastic. But yeah, a fabulous show all round. These guys are all hilarious. Although they're not all fighters, that gives Sammo, Jackie and Yuen Biao the chance to really shine there. And you know, if they all fought as well as the three dragons did, it would be really hard to kind of give everyone that same fair treatment in what they can do in showing off in their style. But this again, as a kid watching this, I was wetting myself. You know, I always thought Eric Chang had something wrong with him. He doesn't. But he's so funny in this, and of course started life as a stuntman and as a bit player and an extra, and you get to see some of that here, especially coming up whenever they chase after Paul Chang here. He goes over the rail and falls, boom, hard on the floor. That's I mean, I've tried that. It's not easy. He does have a wee bit more bounce to him than I do, but yes, look at Sammo here. He just flies out, and of course Sybil isn't really a trained fighter, but under the guidance of Sammo, we get to see her kick ass, and she is just fabulous. Now, of course, behind the door here we have Yuen Biao, Ricky, who has been caught from earlier by the ninjas, and because he was missing for so long in this movie, I was always a wee bit upset about that as a kid. But now knowing that he was in fact working hard behind the scenes as one of the fight choreographers alongside Sammo himself, the Sammo Hung Stuntmen Association, Lam Chin-ying, Yuen Hua, Billy Chan, and quite possibly Jackie Chan, to be honest, he's still a big part of this. Of course he is. Winners and Sinners, we just got a cameo of him in that, and of course in Twinkle Twinkle Lucky Stars we get a bit more again. But of course this is one of the highlights of this film, the showdown between Japanese powerhouse Michiko Nishiwaki and Sybil Hu. And I always feel that Sybil looks amazing in this movie. A lot of other movies she looks very rough and ready, very tomboyish. just tracksuits pretty much like Sammo's wearing, baggy clothes, short hair, allows her to be doubled much easier. But this, again, was probably the first film I had ever seen her star in. And I was always pretty impressed. Again, the quick cut, the edits from Sammo there. And to be honest, I wouldn't like to go up against Michiko Nishiwaki. I'm going to be... I would be quite nervous. And you can understand that Sybil has really met her match here with her. But she's fabulous. Great debut for Michiko as well. Who has went on to... Well, she went on to star in a number of her own movies, but then went on to do stunt work, I think, out in Hollywood. But taking those boots to the leg, this is where I learned it. When my brother and I watched these movies and we started fighting each other, things like that give me an idea of what I wanted to do to take him down. Kicking the same spot in his leg over and over and over. But these guys here, I mean, think about it. These guys have been working together from the late 70s. They know how to throw down, and they do such an amazing job. Such an amazing job. But they, again, anything from The Odd Couple to Knockabout to this, Skinny Tiger, Fatty Dragon. Check out this stunt. Not Lau Kar Wing. This has got to be one of Sammo's stunt guys, I would imagine there. There's even a different body sort of shape to him there as he went flying through. And the hair, you can kind of catch it when you slow it down. But still, an incredible stunt all round. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on here. The guys have done an incredible job in terms of the choreography. And, you know, even first watching this on video, on pan and scan, 4:3, bad quality, it still blew me away. It was just an incredible watch all round. And some of this also was highlighted in that incredible documentary, Best of the Martial Arts, or The Deadliest Art. Especially this, where he just one punch, boom. And again, I feel that she has been doubled there. It looked like someone in a wig. But yes, Dick Wei, Jackie Chan here, really going hard at it. And of course, again, that year they got to throw down a few more times. Twinkle Twinkle Lucky Stars, as they say. Heart of the Dragon, which really is one of my favorite all-time fights of Jackie's, I have to say, when him and Dick Wei go up against each other in that construction site. But this, and watching this over and over, this is beautiful. And whoa, what a gorgeous kick. And then, I mean, this stunt, you do see the floor kind of crease a little, so we know there's small amount of padding there, nothing serious. It's really going to support you or make you not hurt yourself. Oh, here we go. Lam Chin Ying, one of the other fight choreographers, and of course a massive star in his own right, unfortunately taken from us far too early. But him and Yuen Biao getting a wee quick tussle here, not enough in my eyes, but still a very impressive one. Of course, these two had started together as bit players and stuntmen throughout the years, really got to show what they could do in The Prodigal Son as co-stars, and as many other films throughout the years there. But this is quick, but it's still friggin' impressive. We can't deny that. Now, Jackie looks massive in that shot. Like, it's almost like he had the duck coming under that door. But yes, this is such a great finish to this fight scene. And just allows Lam Chin Ying to show a wee bit more of what he can do, because he's very... Here we go, Sammo the Sumo. What a great shot. So there we have it, My Lucky Stars from 1985, directed by Sammo Hung, of course, and a movie that I've been watching now for over 35 years, still as entertained, still as blown away, probably more so today than I was back as a young teen. And that's down to me being able to appreciate even more the work involved, the skill of everyone in front of the camera. These three superhumans that are able to pull off the moves that they do. I mean, they were just incredible. But it is absolutely one of my favorite fight scenes from all of Hong Kong cinema, not just 1980s Hong Kong cinema, but all of, because it works so well. Beautifully edited, beautifully shot, wonderfully choreographed, and very funny at the same time. I mean, it's just perfect. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your continued support. Until next time, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I will see you soon.